Okay, question for you, gentlemen. Would you rather buy the house that has a beautiful, flawless, shining, fresh coat of smooth paint all over it? Or would you want to buy the house that has ugly graffiti and gang signs just spray painted all over it? Well, I know the answer to that. So if you would want to buy the fresh, clean, beautiful, smooth painted house, then why do some of you guys consider dating women with ugly graffiti, scars, ink all over their body? You may call them tattoos. Some people call them tattoos. I call them bumper stickers, graffiti, synonyms, right? Tomato, tomato. So think about this, gentlemen. Does this sound like a rational thought from a woman that you would want to date? Someone who's going to give you kids. You're going to share your DNA and get in a long-term relationship, be, bound to this person for life. So from the woman's perspective, for the woman have this thought and she's going to say, you know what? I'm going to take my soft, just progesterone and collagen rich skin, because yes, women's skin is fundamentally different from a man. So she's thinking, I'm going to take my beautiful woman's skin with its collagen and progesterone and take a needle, basically like a little knife, and I'm going to cut and scar and go under my skin and inject this ink and just, permanently scar my body with ugly graffiti and tattoos. Because, I love butterflies and Mario Kart and Star Wars so much. I just need to get the little, Darth Vader helmet and a butterfly tattooed on my body so that because you just have to know when you see me that I really like butterflies. That's just, so important to me. So it is very telling, someone who would do that to themselves. It is a sign of low IQ, pure and simple. And okay, if I'm being perfectly honest, it's not always a sign of just low IQ per se. It is a sign of brainwashing, or let's call it by its more scientific term, social conditioning, which women are a lot more susceptible to. Okay, men extremely susceptible to social conditioning and brainwashing. Women even a bit more so than men. Okay, so social conditioning. I'm gonna get off on a quick tangent, and then I'm gonna come back to tattoos. So a person is not a person. You are not you. Your thoughts, your personality, your opinions and points of view are not your own. They were implanted in your brain by your teachers, formal education, by the mainstream media, by government, by parents, by your peers, etc. You are not your own thoughts, okay? You are not a person. It is kind of like if you're a scientist in a laboratory and you have this like tank of water and there's amoeba in the water. You guys know amoeba, the like the single cell organism, and amoeba. And you drop acid into one side of the pool, and then that water at that side of the pool becomes very acidic. The amoeba are going to move away for the more neutral pH water. They're going to move away from the acid. They are programmed to it. It is in the DNA of the amoeba. It doesn't think like, the acid. It senses the acid and it moves away. There's no such thing as an individualistic amoeba that goes, you know what? All the other amoeba are moving away from the acid, but I'm just such an individual. I kind of like the acid. I'm just going to stay here. You know what I mean? That amoeba dies, I guess. All right. So there's no such thing as individualistic amoeba, just as there's pretty much no such thing as a truly 100% individualistic human. Again, like I said, we all get our thoughts from government, mainstream media, our parents. Your thoughts, your personality is not your own. You ever see these, I don't want to make this like a political channel because then I'll get shadow banned into the realm, but you see these like talking heads where they it's like there'll be some new phrase that they just parrot back. Again, I don't want to like repeat any of these because then the video will get flagged as like political content, and then I'll really, really get suppressed by the algorithm. But like when people say, oh, they just parrot back what they hear on the news. They just parrot back what they hear on the news. That's what's happening. They think they have a thought and they go, no, it's just, blank lives matter, or, this and that. It's whatever. It's not their actual own thoughts. They're just literally, parroting back. So let's bring it back to tattoos. The one case in which I may overlook a woman with a few tattoos here and there, say, she has a little, compass on her. It's always like a compass right here, or I don't know, a little something, again, the little Darth Vader on her arm or something like that, or a butterfly. I would never overlook a lot of tattoos, especially tattoos in intimate areas. If I'm trying to like suck on a girl's tits and she's got, like bullshit on her tits, or a tattoo on her ass, or, intimate areas like on the thighs, a skull on her thighs, that's a hard pass. That is a never. I couldn't do it. I would rather vomit, okay? But the only reason I overlook a few small tattoos here and there is because of this phenomena we call social conditioning. So let's take a city like Manaus that I was in. Brazil as a whole, but let's take a city like Manaus, okay? In Manaus, it is damn near law that a young, physically attractive woman who dresses sexy and shows off a little bit of skin, not like a hoe, but just shows off a little bit of her sexy skin, maybe some short jean shorts, whatever it is, has to have tattoos. It's almost as if they'll get pulled over by the police and ticketed and fined for not having tattoos. Is that serious? It's about 90%, I would say, in Manaus. And maybe Brazil as a whole, 75%, 80%. Depends, Rio would be higher. Sao Paulo, the higher IQ, the highest IQ city in Brazil, it's a bit lower. It's still extremely high and out of control, even in Sao Paulo, but it's a little bit lower. Actually, on the strength of this alone, this might cause me to leave Brazil. Like, this might cause me to leave Brazil alone because I'm in wifey mode. I've ran through so many hoes now. I just want a wifey, right? But it's so much of a strong social conditioning thing in, Brazil and Manaus. So if I meet a girl that has all the perfect quality, she's between 21 and 25 years old, no kids, absolutely physically gorgeous, great values, doesn't drink, doesn't go to clubs, doesn't expose herself online, takes care of herself in all ways, smart, ambitious. I'm one of these guys that actually really likes, intelligent women and intelligent conversation. A lot of guys are like, I just want her to be fit, sexy, cook and clean, and shut the fuck up. I'm not one of those guys, but, if that it is you, whatever. And a girl has all these qualities, and then, okay, she has like a few little tattoos here and there. That's fine because we can have those, removed. There's laser tattoo removal. And this comes down to a bigger theme of like, what are the most important qualities of women? What are the red and green flags? What do you look for when getting into a long-term relationship, which I put a lot of thought into? And one of the top 3 qualities, right up there with being feminine and being physically attractive, extremely physically beautiful, which are the top 2. The third one I have to say is being highly, highly coachable, because women, along with men too, this is not a bash woman channel. This is not a bash woman video. Men are mad pathetic too. Most of you guys are like super into sports. You don't go to the gym. You don't take care of yourself. You don't pursue entrepreneurial ventures. Yeah, you don't pursue entrepreneurial ventures and try to make a lot of money. Don't take care of yourself. You dress like shit. Listen to mainstream media, etc. So men are mad pathetic too. So both men and women, we're focusing on women, they don't come off the assembly line as a finished product, okay? So they must be coachable because, think about it. What is, in pop culture, the top influences? And not just pop culture, government, formal education, mainstream media. What are women getting? They're getting modern feminism, which is going to teach them to have a generalized hatred towards men and try to make them masculine. They're going to get woke culture, which is going to make them just absolutely crazy, which I can't delve into on this channel because I'll get shadow banned. Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, horrible pop music, rap music, going to make them want to be even more promiscuous. Social media influencers, further telling her men are garbage. Vaping, TikTok. Women need a man older than them, wiser than them, of high value to guide them through this stuff. And if a woman already can avoid vaping, she can already avoid posting promiscuous photos on TikTok, she can already avoid a lot of this, BS of feminism, but she couldn't avoid, like, okay, she got a little bumper sticker here, a little bumper sticker there. Cool, we can fix that. A lot of bumper stickers all over her body? Absolutely not. And quick side tangent, some of you guys will point out in the comments, I thought you didn't like girls with tattoos and you're dating this girl, Anna, who has, some tattoos on her arm. It's like, okay, shut up, bro. Like I said, I'm in Manaus. What am I going to do? 90% of all the just women in general, but especially the attractive women, have tattoos. So what am I going to do? Just be celibate when I'm in Manaus, bro? And again, like I said, this alone may cause me to leave Brazil. But a woman who didn't get tattoos, along with all the other things, she avoided the feminism, She avoided vaping, the terrible pop music, the promiscuity. If she already avoided all that, then that is the, I don't know, pinnacle of like a woman who is, doesn't need nearly as much guidance, that already is like closer to be what I would call like, quote unquote, a finished product. You know what I mean? And this is why most of the little flings that I've had with girls, I've done a lot of date vlogs. I think I've published at least 5 now. I have footage that I've been meaning to edit. I can post a 6th one to be a throwback one from back in Sao Paulo. This super cute girl that I took out on a date. And you'll notice most of those girls, certainly not all of them. Actually, all the girls from, it's like funny, all the girls from Sao Paulo don't have tattoos. All the girls from Manaus do have tattoos. But even going back to when I used to date in Medellin, again, another problem, Medellin, Colombia, huge problem with tattoos. But all the girls that I had serious, when I say semi-serious flings, I mean, we dated and smashed for what, maybe 3, 4, 5 months before, it was clear that it just wasn't going to work out long term. Didn't have tattoos. So it is, one of these things that just, along with all the other stuff that I've kind of hinted at here, that's just, it is a sign of a good woman. It is a sign of a woman who has resisted the harmful and toxic and absolutely retarded influences of a lot of modern social conditioning and mainstream media. If you want a full list of all the qualities that I look for beyond the ones that I just mentioned here, that through my 20 almost years as an adult dating experience, and between my friends and my network, personal, firsthand experience of all the qualities that make a good woman, the green flags that you want to look for and the red flags to avoid. If you want a full list of those, I made a post in my private community, which I call Modern Dating Mastery, that has all the list of all the qualities that you should look for, the red and green flags in a woman, so you know how to make informed decisions, so you can learn from my experience and not step on any landmines. That post is in the community. It's Modern Dating Mastery. There is a link in the description of this video if you want to check out even more. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more free game. Peace out, boys.